You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150, 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station, rolling along. So people, I take my job serious. I take my responsibility. Jeff Greer told me a long time ago, on the interview, Jeff Greer said, I am a caretaker of the program. Sometimes I expose things that are going on with the program that shouldn't be going on, not just necessary little. Jeff Greer exposes things. And that always stuck with me because I said, do we have a responsibility when we have all these millions of listeners to bring to attention things that need to be brought to attention? Right now, my man Steve Rummage is behind me scrubbing an article. Now, I'm not sure if this even deserves scrubbing more than reading. Steve, do you want to paraphrase what you are reading? Do you have selected paragraphs that you want to present to the people? How are we going to tackle this situation?
Well, let's just do it together. We're all family here, right? We're all Louisville fans, friends and family of the program.
Right.
On this show.
Read that title first.
Division I Men's Basketball Committee adopts new ranking system.
Stop right there. Division I, that's us, people. Basketball Committee, you know who that is. You know who that is, people. Adopts a new ranking system, which is replacing what, Steve?
Well, the NCAA has developed a new ranking system to replace the RPI as the primary sorting tool for evaluating teams during the Division I men's basketball season.
Watch out, people.
The new ranking system was approved in late July after months of consultation with the Division I Men's Basketball Committee,
Late July,
the National Association of Basketball Coaches, top basketball analytic experts, and Google Cloud Professional Services. The NCAA evaluation tool, which will be known as the NET, N-E-T, relies on game results, strength of schedule, game location, scoring margin, net offensive and defensive efficiency, and the quality of wins and losses. Mark that. To make sense of team performance data, late season games, including from the NCAA tournament, were used as a test to develop a ranking model leveraging machine learning techniques. The model, which would use team performance data to predict the outcome of games and test sets, was optimized until it was accurate as possible. The resulting model is the one that will be used as the net going forward. Now, there's a few more things. The net was built to create a ranking system that is as accurate as possible while evaluating team performance fairly. To ensure fairness, certain types of data were omitted from the model. Of key importance, game date and order were omitted to give equal importance to early and late season games. In addition, a cap of 10 points was applied to the winning margin to prevent rankings from encouraging unsportsmanlike play. So if you're a team that gets covered on a lot down the road, that's not a big deal anymore. Such as needlessly running up the score in a game where the outcome was certain. This marks the second consecutive year the committee has made a significant change. Before last season, a quadrant system was developed. Different things. The existing quadrant system will still be used on team sheets, with the net replacing the RPI to sort games. So the quadrants are the same using this new metric, not the other. Let's see. It looks like The NCAA Men's Basketball Committee has had helpful metrics it's used over the years and will continue to use the team sheets, but those now will be sorted by the NCAA's evaluation tool. As always has been the case, the committee won't solely focus on metrics to select at-large teams.
There it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes, people.
This is the part.
Sneak it right on in the 8th paragraph.
Way down.
Because the whole time I'm listening to you, Steve, I'm saying, "Where is the human at?"
Yep.
And say, go ahead.
And I'm gonna start that over again. Says Gavitt said, as always been the case, the committee won't solely focus on metrics to select at-large teams and seed the field. There will always be a subjective element to the tournament selection process. So that's interesting. It's quite a few interesting things there, actually.
July. Wait till after the schedule's done. Wait till everything's done. Slip it in there August 22nd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just throw that in there. Oh, by the way, people, we changed the entire RPI thing. What? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Wait. Big Ten just released their schedule. You know, the entire basketball schedule, yeah, early season, late season games is no big deal anymore. Yeah. I mean, we're margin of no. Hey, don't even worry about that.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some metrics and but everything. Look, don't even worry about that. We got a group, we got a committee that's gonna make sure the human element's still in here.
Yeah.
I mean, that little group they put together that to decide on the future of college sports that had Coach K and Cal and you brought all these guys in there to change how recruiting works and get all the shoe companies out of most of the events, but leave a couple, sanctioned, right here.
Yeah, that's a little awkward. I go back to the net relies on game results, strength of schedule, game location, scoring margin, net offensive and defensive efficiency. And this is where I said mark this, because it said and the quality of wins and losses. Well, who determines the quality of a win and the quality of a loss? Why did that need to be said if you're saying it relies on game results, strength of schedule, game location, scoring margin,
which is all the metrics you need.
So where is and the quality of wins and losses? I don't like that. So who's determining whether Louisville goes and beats Tennessee? Well, I don't know if Tennessee's that good. Who's determining the quality of the wins and losses here?
The committee.
Well, wouldn't that be something?
So when you go bust Nevada, right?
Yeah.
When you end up running up on Nevada in some tournament, right?
Yeah.
Catch them early year, you're like, Nevada's probably the most loaded team in the country early in the year. It's Nevada.
Yeah.
People, every rule change you've seen has been beneficial to the Power 5 top ranked schools.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, again, Louisville still gets their Power 5 props, so it's not like a full they're screwing us with it, but you're still constricting the system for NCAA benefit. I'm still tripping on this. This happened in July. You decided this new rule in July, right?
Yeah.
Give me this information when I'm sticking my schedule together, right?
Yeah.
You know why? Because then I'm not scared to play an out-of-conference team right before the tournament.
Right.
I'm not scared to go out and play UCLA right before the tournament to get my team warmed up.
Absolutely.
I'll go to Arkansas. I'll go to some rowdy ass place, you know what I'm saying, to get my boys ready, to sharpen their teeth.
Absolutely.
And if I had known that it's not going to matter early season, late season, I want these games at the end of the year.
Absolutely.
To know my guys. See, the reason I scheduled them early is because if you lose,
it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
People forget it.
My conference is a monster.
Yeah.
My schedule was so backloaded because I got Duke, Carolina, Virginia, Duke, Boston College, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So why do you wait like this?
Yeah, that I don't know. That's kind of odd. That's something. Now I'm assuming that takes effect this year. That would be my assumption with the way that read. So, yeah, no, I don't know. That's odd, man. I don't like that. There's something a little weird about that.
Are we just being super conspiracy theorists then?
No, I don't think so on this. I don't think. Look, I'm all for it. I understood. Look, I wasn't even a monster fan of the RPI in a lot of things, but I'm definitely not a fan. And
I don't like the lack of transparency on something that's this big.
Yeah,
give me a chance to shoot it down.
Maybe it's the Louisville fan in me and what we've dealt with over the last little bit, but I just don't trust the NCAA. The NCAA being the ones like, hang on, no, nobody else is going to make a metric for us. We don't need a third party. We're going to decide who goes where and what goes and who's seated where and who's put where and why they are. And now we can justify any tournament thing we want now. It takes the pressure off of them.
Third party is the only thing that, listen, when there's a dispute, you go to an arbiter.
Yes.
An arbiter is a third party neutral. RPI was something that was not controlled, not constructed by the NCAA. It did. You just told me that Vegas, who has built Vegas based on RPIs before they were even RPIs.
Yeah.
RPI was a secret metric that's 40 years old, that's 60 years old, that allowed Las Vegas to just work people because they knew who was going to be on the winning side of this 78 times out of, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
House edge.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Here we are. Now you've taken the third party decision, the third party process.
Yeah.
We know better. We know better than free market metrics.
Yeah.
We use our metrics now.
Yeah.
We use our metrics, and we use a 30%. We decide on that quality.
Well, and which before, I think when things were seeded, you could ask them, well, hey, and they had to come up with an explanation.
Right.
Hey, why was this seeded like this? Why was
because
this
the
done like
RPI,
this?
which you use, says, listen, we knew ahead of time that the RPI, we could predict 82.3% of the entire tournament just based on RPI.
Yeah.
And then Louisville's Virginia close loss might.
Sure.
We're at the mercy.
Right.
Your last 4 to 8 teams are at the mercy of the tournament. 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Right?
Yeah.
They're all at the mercy of the NCAA, which we're fine with that. Right? Because we can spend 2 days talking about who got job, and then they got to play a playing game, and then you start setting up the NIT. Well, listen, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
But now with your net, your new, and like I said, I'm not okay with the fate of my college sports just being a one-dimensional oligarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna change the rules. It's gonna be our rules. Not gonna really. Hey, we're gonna pick 12 people and form a committee. We're gonna get this committee with these good names to sign off on what we decide.
Yeah.
So think about it. Your committee, who's in that room, knows that these new rules are coming out. They set their schedule based on the new rules that are coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe a team, a university, gets an edge on the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can set up all these games.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even worry about it. We can play this team any time of the year we want.
Yeah.
And it's up to them. Listen, not only do they not care about the time of this, now we got a backdoor strength of win. Quality of win. Committee value. But here's the thing. It's going to get before I go crazy on this,
Yeah.
I will admit it will be further justified. People much powerful than us for the time being
Yeah.
are going to scrutinize this, going to point out the flaws. That's why I don't like that they waited so long, because they know smart people are going to see where the advantages and disadvantages are. This is first reaction news.
Sure.
But I still don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've learned the word transparency.
I was
going to
say, yeah, that's still, I don't know. That doesn't feel overly comfortable.
But since we're talking a little basketball, there was an article with Jeff Greer. You kind of gave me the summary of a Jeff Greer, Chris Mack,
Yeah.
Ken Palm example. Kind of.
Well, it basically, I mean, I'm just going to put it in layman's terms, kind of how I needed it put to myself. Basically, is what it is there was a metric that showed coaches that would play guys with 2 fouls, which we all know Rick would not. And the one time he did.
Oh my God!
Was Montrez.
We had 4 fouls.
Yeah. And it was against and they were ready to get anybody out of that game. I mean, Julius Randle had 6 fouls the whole tournament. They dang near fouled out 4 big men in one game. So don't get me started on that.
Right.
But yeah, regardless, basically the metric showed Mac plays guys with 2 fouls in the first half.
Like it, hate it, love it.
I like it.
Yeah, we have to come up today. Yeah. We have to come up with a decision. 8150 939 is the number. 3831 939 is the text line. We're gonna come up with a decision today, because here's the thing. I sit with you.
Yeah.
I know when he gets that 3rd foul.
Yes.
You go, what are you doing?
Absolutely will.
Right?
Yes.
And then when he gets that 2nd foul, you say, Coach, you gotta let him play through it.
I absolutely.
Right?
I will. Yeah.
Listen, fans, we see you. We hear you. You think I don't hear you, fans? There's a little quality that I have. I have awesome hearing, people.
Yeah.
I have spatial recognition. Listen, anybody within 50 yards of me,
yeah.
I can pinpoint a voice.
Right.
Like, like just basketball, I know voices, I know audiences. So when I'm right there in that front row, I hear you individually. I can separate all 100 people that sit around us. And I heard you 2 minutes ago say, let them play through it, Coach.
And we hear some stuff. I know.
And then I hear you say, oh, you should have took about the game. The same guy, the same voice, and I look at you, and then you have that look like, right, Marcus? And I want to say, dude, I heard you 2 minutes ago. I heard you. Look, just because the person you're beside doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. And I heard what you said 2 minutes ago. And you said, that's 2. But come on, work through it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's establish that.
Yeah.
Let's establish, are we going to bark when on the 2nd foul?
No, to me it's a situational thing, because to me, if a guy
don't bail out on me, Steve.
Well, no, but if a guy is playing really well and picks up 2, I don't think you pull him, because I think a lot of times teams lose games at the end of a first half. I mean, how many times in a Rick game did we lose because it felt like, dang, should have kept our dudes in there? I mean, even last year, I think you lose that Kentucky game at Rupp the way you do, because you set everybody in the first half. Because of course, you're at Rupp, so everybody picks up 2. You're done. And you set them all. And it was like, and Ray's out here. You see what happened at the beginning of the 2nd half?
Dude.
I mean, like, Ray was out there balling.
Dude. I gave you a chance.
Yeah.
I gave you a chance, Steve.
Yeah.
Sports gods. How could we be so lucky? Thank you, sports gods, for a coach who will let a 2. Marcus Maben owes you something. I don't know, a damn quart of blood, right?
Sure.
Marcus?
Yeah.
That's 2 already. Steve.
Yeah.
I've told this story before, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I've told this story, Brian. I've embarrassingly told this story, and everybody can vouch. I think Reese Gaines is mad at me to this day.
Yeah.
For the moment, and we're at VCU, first game of the year, and Steve, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I want to be player of the year. I prepared to be player of the year.
Yeah.
Internally, externally, my body's clean, my mind's clean.
Sure.
I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
I'm working them. One real foul, one bad call.
Yeah.
Right? You're on that bench. Right?
Right.
I'm on that bench. I think we're up when I go on that bench. We start going down.
Yeah.
We start going down. And I'm still positive. Okay, coach, let's do it. I'm sorry, coach. I swear.
Yeah.
I don't even swear, Steve. Coach, I swear.
Yeah.
I will not foul. I need to go back in this game.
Yeah.
This is VCU. They're opening their gym. I got to get back in the game. Sit. Might be 12 minutes to go in the game. Marcus. I'm sitting at the end of the bench. It's an opening of a gym. There's a crew of people just giving it to me on that bench. Eventually, the kids on the end of the bench is like, damn, dog.
Yeah.
What you do?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, that crew of guys
Yeah.
that I mean, I'm glad you're on the bench, but I really did want to see you play. You look pretty cold out there.
Right.
Like, opponents want to see me out there. Boy, we get busted.
Yeah.
Boy, I hit that locker room.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
And I went bananas, Steve.
Yeah.
Bleepity, 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 bleep. You got this bleepity, bleeping freshman in here, and you giving him all the comment, you know, like, dude, I'm a bleeping junior. I'm not sitting on this bleeping bench.
Sure.
I'm crying and just losing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of foul trouble. It's too bleeping.
Yeah.
Foul, you know,
You
right?
get 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that is why it's so.
That's fair.
And I'm sorry, coaches. I was so wrong for that.
No, it's fair though.
No, it's not fair, Steve. You can't do that. But I just wanted to give people the paint the picture.
Well, and players, I think even in recruiting, if you have a coach that you know will let you play through I think that's a big deal. That's a big deal, man.
I will never go for a steal if I have one foul under a 2-foul coach.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I will listen. It's hard enough to get me the rebound in the first place.
Right.
But I'm damn sure not flying in there trying to snag a rebound off that rim with a 2-fouler.
Absolutely not.
Like, my God.
And if Mac is a guy that looks at his guys and says, you know, you get 2 and Mac's the type, and you're a recruit and you're sitting there watching and Mac's one of those like, hey, Malik, that's 2. Be smart.
Right.
That's it. You know, you're kind of like.
No, you listen.
That's it.
You get that. You get that second foul, man. And for 30 years straight, I have watched college players on most programs put down their head. Yeah. It's like watching Steph Curry change the game with 3-pointers.
Yeah.
You know how many 3-point shooters just kill over in stomach pains and ulcers and frustrations when they see Steph Curry miss 4 3-pointers and then hit the next 5 or 6.
Oh, yeah.
Because every shooter knows this is what I can do, too.
Yeah.
And you get sick to your stomach when you see a generation changing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so the foul rule, it's going to – I can't wait to sit around.
I agree.
With Tick Rogers.
Yep.
A defensive guy.
Yep.
I don't know. Tick is the guy who'll call in and say, I don't know. Coach, you just let me play. Yeah. Well, you're one of the best defenders ever to put on the Louisville uniform.
Yeah, I was going to say,
never mind, Tick.
Yeah.
Alvin. Well, Alvin, your hands you could physically hold a human being with one hand.
I don't know this 2-foul thing you're talking about,
right,
Marcus.
Right. There's probably 2 people
who
didn't never have the 2-foul rule.
I think it's huge, man. I think it's huge for everything all around. I think it's huge for recruiting. I think it's huge for
I know.
Trusting. I think it's huge for if you're going to play pack line defense.
You're not going to be in foul trouble.
You're not
all
gonna,
you're going to do is stop penetration.
Right. And so you take the foul thing out of it.
A lot out of it.
It's not even in your mind. It's not a thought process. You're not starting the game going, oh, okay, you pick up one, playing aggressive defense early. Okay.
Right. Not to mention, here's the thing. Here's what people don't understand. You're in the weight room psychologically.
Yeah.
Because you have to have the confidence to stick your chest and chin and shoulders square on a penetrating player, right?
Yeah.
Hand checking is out, right?
Yep.
But here's what they let you do. They let you use your chest. You swell up your chest, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And move your feet a little, but your body's more solid. So you make guys trying to penetrate around you a lot more difficult. And a little bit of a hand check with very strong arms and strong body makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
When your job is to stop people from getting into your lane and kicking it out to three-pointers, which is what the game has become, this is where weight room has a big effect. Finishing, i.e. VJ.
Yes.
Malik.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Steve? I'm just gonna say this. This is called chasing a butterfly.
Yeah.
Do you know you have a 6'11" 3-point shooter on a team?
You do.
With Chris Mack?
Yeah, that runs a 5:45 mile.
People, we may have the best shooting guy over 6'8" in the country, and we don't even talk about it.
Well, the other best shooter over 6'8" or 6'8" and above is Jordan Wara. So,
Malik, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we don't give you more props. Chris Mack is purposely not talking about Malik Williams.
I would say I could see that. I could see it. And it's funny you mentioned Malik because Danielle Lerner, who's going to be the new beat writer for the basketball team, she wrote a story that come out this morning that said, issues on defense, ? Meet Malik Williams, U of L's answer.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, so.
Quick commercial break. Midday with Marcus Maben. I feel good now. Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number on 93.9 The Ville. So, Steve,